Good day, partners. We are Zebras Group. I am Raúl Martinez.
I am Eva Gutierrez.
And I'm Nora.
And I'll explain my abstract in first position. Well, my abstract is about NASA Constellation Program. And the fact is that Donald Trump has reactivated this program. It consists in sending again the people to the moon and later on send it to Mars. This will represent in humanity history, and I think it will be a feat in humanity history. In fact, one of the most important ones. Also may represent an impulse to the humanity development and may represent new discoveries on Mars that we don't even imagine. So I think it may be a really, really important feat on our technology. Well, that's it. What about yours, Seba?
Okay. My abstract is about gender behavior, and I have an abstract about now society theme from actuality, because nowadays it's very important, the equality of gender, and it is believed that human behavior has 70% made by social education, and we want to study if that is true, or if we have an innate in our DNA about this behavior, because we can find tribes that have a behavior from roles that the men is bigger and stronger than women. And we have done a study inspired in Zimbardo's experiment. I don't know if you know it. Zimbardo's had to stop it, in that time, but we continued with this study, and we have 20 students that are in a controlled situation. 10 students are in something like a jail, and the other 10 have to take care from these students, and to take care that they have rules to have a very comfortable rooms and more privilege. And we find that women have a bigger role than 10 years ago. They don't are now caregivers as people think, but nowadays men have a strongly concept about their power and their roles about as a leader. This is my study, my study, and my abstract. And Nora, what about yours?
Well, my abstract is about childhood obesity. I wrote the abstract and I focus mainly in that it's a problem of public health service that has today's society, and we have to consider that nowadays childhood obesity is constantly increasing, also and mainly in developed countries. And if we have a look, we can see that there are countries that, for example, in Europe, for example, Nordic countries, that there's no far more increase of childhood obesity compared to Mediterranean countries. But in both cases, the taxes of childhood obesity are increasing. So we have to consider and we have to take into account that, for example, childs are more vulnerable, and it's easy to affect them through publicity and ad campaigns. So if we don't stop and think for a while, the importance of this problem, we are not going to solve it. So we can see, for example, in schools and children at street that they have snacks with an excess of food, of calories, and we are not conscious about the importance of having a good health and good good food habits. So apart from publicity and ad campaigns, there are also more factors that are influential at the time of childhood obesity, and also there's the importance fact that we are also not conscious about doing exercise and physical activity. So that's a bit what's about my abstract, and that's all.
Okay, thanks, Nora. Well, do you have any question about my abstract?
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry, Nora.
will you start?
No,
Me?
it's not a problem.
Okay. Well, I I didn't know about this program, the NASA program, and in my opinion, it's interesting. But what I want to ask if don't you think that maybe the NASA Constellation program was funded by Obama because of the Obamacare that was more focused on patient protection and affordable care for the society?
Yeah, well, I think that's about each president ideology. Obama may Obama may think that people is more important and their health, and now it seems that Trump thinks that these other aerospatial technologies are more important. Maybe he has a rocket company. We don't know.
Wow. Is that a possibility?
That's a possibility.
Yeah, really true. But because this week, I don't know if you have seen news this week, but I think it was in 7 countries from the United States that court solved Obamacare was inconstitutional. Something that I think is very incredible, but but that's true. And maybe Trump doesn't have the money from Obamacare to do this program, but I think Donald Trump is more his politics is more focused in business. What do you think about?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree with that. He, for some kind of people like Trump, people are more I don't know how to say it, a waste of money many times, because they think that if you are poor is because you don't work and you deserve it. So that is the way of the competition is so important. And in this case, for Trump, people is not important. It's any other thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. About my abstract, do you have any question?
Eva. Okay.
Yes, I want to ask you. Okay.
Yeah, Nora, if you want.
Okay. Do you think that in Zimbardo's experiment, the result that was obtained were cause of human behavior or were cause of the situation that the students were living at that moment? I don't know if I explained well the question.
No, can you explain it
Yes.
more? Are you talking about Zimbardo's experiment?
Yes.
Do you have do you look at for it?
Well,
on internet?
Some years ago, I think that there's like a movie or documentary that it's
it was a
related, and
movie.
yes,
Yeah.
I saw that movie and I find it interesting. So I asked myself if Zimbardo's experiment was cause the results that were obtained were cause of gender, or I mean the behavior of people, the students that were that, or were the results were obtained due to the fact of the situation that we're living in that moment.
Okay, I think the both are important in this experiment. The movie was a movie because I think Bartos has to stop it because if I don't remember if I remember well this experiment, I think one of the students who has the policeman role
Yes.
killed another
Yes.
student who
I think
has
that was start to be a bit risky and
yeah, yeah,
discontrollable.
yeah. They rapper a girl, and yeah, the situation was very mad, and they have to stop it. And then the movie finished the experiment, and then they have another results than Zimbardos have. And I think the both conditions that you said are important. The situation because they have two groups with one with a role that they have the power and the another has to do the things that the other role wants, and the gender role is another thing to important to have in consideration. I think both are important because if they don't have this controlled situation that they were closed inside a room, a big room with another
Yes.
compartments, maybe they don't have passed that situation.
Yes, I agree with you also.
Okay, now
Raul.
if I remember the question I wanted to put with, don't you think that well, going back to the root of this of your abstract, that
Mm,
is the traditional gender roles,
mm.
don't you think that they may be are caused especially by our religion values, the Judeo-Christian values, because maybe not so religious values society, a more secular society will be helpful to this fight because
Yeah,
hmm,
I think religion is a very a big influential from our traditional roles. But you have to think about these tribes or about the behavior from prehistoric humans that we have different roles fixed by genders because the male have to fight and have to go to have food, and the women have to take care about children and the other people from the tribe, and that in that moment religion doesn't exist.
mhm,
And I think religion and these values are stronger to fix it these traditional gender roles
hmm,
that we have along our history. I think every aspect from that society, our DNA,
yeah.
and that all the human story have a big paper
Mhm.
inside these traditional values.
So you think that they only oversize this
Yeah,
natural base.
yeah, I think it.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay,
And do you have some
and
question for me?
for you, Nora, don't you think that the main problem of this obesity is especially in children is caused by the interest of the food companies because they only want to sell their products and
Yes.
and children are we educate children that the chocolate that crisp everything is good and when we see the salads, oh no, it's green. No, the education is very important, but the interest of this company, I think it's, don't you think it's even bigger?
Yes, I think that what have you said now, that food industry is the one that is trying to sell us healthy food, but when we are looking at the tables of nutritional tables, we can see that they are trying to convince us to consume that product because it will be better and beneficial for our health, but there's a lot of sugar in all of this kind of products because sugar is addictive. And then we can see that the main problem of food industry is to earn money, and
Totally.
the health of society is not the problem, and it's not the important thing. So I agree with you totally. Yes.
Yeah. If we study a little more your topic, we could see that the owners of some food industries are the same that pharmacy industries, but that may be another topic.
Okay.
So well,
Every
what do
industry has
you
the
what
important.
what do you think? What's the topic, the abstract you liked the most?
Sorry, I have a question from Nora.
Ah, you have
Okay.
a
Okay.
question. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, sorry, Nora. I think it's very important the education of food. But do you think there are any influence about the rhythm our life? Because nowadays we have to work a lot of hours, and it's easier to have uh, preparate food for dinner or something like that. Is easier than cook vegetables or cook natural food in our houses. What do you think?
Well, related with this, on the forum, there was some people that answered to my abstract, and they say that, for example, when you have kids, for example, you have to fight for them to in order that they eat the vegetables or things that they don't like. So, for example, if you give them some pasta or some better food that they will like, you don't have to be like, I don't know, tired
Hmm.
to encourage them to eat that food that
Yeah,
they don't like. So yes, it's a bit related, and I think that we are so busy that at the end we go for the easy way
yeah,
to eat prepared food, and in this way we don't have to spend so much time, and it's the easy thing. Yes, I also agree with you. Yes.
okay, thank you, Nora. Sorry, Raul.
So so now all the
No,
questions are done.
yeah,
That's
Yes. Yes.
okay
yeah,
then.
yeah.
So what do you think, girls, about what do you think is the abstract you liked the most?
Yeah, I think Trump is nowadays a very actually theme. Is on the news one and another day with his decisions and his politics, and I think Trump is a good
It's a good
subject.
topic.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Eva, for the thing that yes, there's a lot of controversy of the kind of politics that Trump is trying to do and to carry out. So there's like the thing that people don't understand why is he the president of United States and he has been voted. So
Yeah.
well, it's an interesting topic, and I think that it could be the the one the best abstract to
Yeah.
present.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
the one I
yeah.
like the most is Eva's one because I think it's the most necessary for our society. But well, it's two against one, so
Okay.
if you agree,
Yes,
we choose the NASA one. It's the most spectacular one
Okay.
yes.
to choose. So then, uh,
Then we have finished.
eh, that's the end. So thanks a lot, girls, and let's speak later. Bye bye.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye.